Hi students, today our topic is C pointers. So pointer is a different term. As of now we have studied about variable name and then structures and what is that user defined function and all. This is a new topic. What is mean by pointer? Pointer is entirely different from other C variables, normal C variable. What is the speciality in pointer? What it holds means a pointer is a variable whose value is the address of another variable. So it is not like a normal variable. So in normal variable what you will do, int I equal to 5. If you have declared like this, that means that I is a integer variable and it holds the data 5. That is the meaning of that statement, int I equal to 5. But pointer is entirely different from that variable. So it will not hold any values. It will not store any value. Instead, it stores the address of another variable. Okay. Say for example, I am starting from the beginning. So int I equal to 5 means I is an integer variable declared in C programming that for that I, one memory is address allocated in main memory. Okay, to store that variable I, one set of memory is allocated in main memory. So in order to access that variable, the compiler has to refer that memory address. Okay, so for that only this pointer variable is especially used. So it will have the direct access with memory location. Okay, so if you have in your C programming, if you have used C pointer concept means that you are having the direct access with your memory location, because the pointer variable only holds the address of that variable. Okay, so it is not like a normal C variable. So the general form of pointer is data type then pointer variable name. Obviously this pointer will be differed in syntax wise also. So how it will be differed means, normally in normal variable how it will be declared, int I equal to 0. Here we are using asterisk symbol to declare that the variable is a pointer. Okay, so if you have used pointer symbol in the front of one variable means, variable name means that variable is a pointer variable. Okay, I have given some examples here. Int star IP. Here this IP is a pointer variable of type integer. Then double star DP. That means that DP is a pointer variable of type double. Then float star FP. That means that FP is a variable of pointer variable of float type. Then character star CH. Then CH is a character variable of pointer type. Okay, so these are the different pointer variables. It basically follows the primary data types. Whatever you are going to store, if you are going to refer the integer variables means you can refer integer pointer. If you are going to store the address of one character variable means you can have that pointer as a character variable, character pointer. Then if you want to refer the address of that floating point variable means you can have floating point pointer. The same concept only here we are repeating, but here pointers only stores the address of the variable, not exactly data. Okay, so I will clear this concept with one more pic. Here you can have some codings. What is mean by that shows what actually the pointer is. Then a pointer is a variable storing an address. So here in the coding you can see int I equal to 5, int star ptr. Then in the first line what we have written, int I equal to 5, that is a normal C statement. That means that I equal to I is the integer type holding the value 5. Then int star ptr, that means that ptr is a pointer variable of type integer, right? That also we know that now. Then I am referring that pointer variable to the I variable. So now what is the value of that pointer variable means it has the address of that variable I. That means that the pointer variable always stores the address of another variable. So what is the exact value of ptr now? it stores some memory address, main memory address. Say for example, in my example, E4F5E0 is my main memory address name. That is the value of PTR. Okay, so that is the value of PTR. Right, here we need to know the differences between star PTR, PTR. I already told that star PTR is a pointer variable, but PTR is a pointer variable holds the address. So when you are going for printf statement, first in the first line what we are printing, the as usual common statement, printf I equal to %di. That means that we know that value of I equal to 5 that I have printed. Then what is the second statement they have used means in the printf they have used PTR. PTR is equal to %d star PTR. Star PTR is nothing but a star is a pointer variable that is accessed with the variable I. So what is the data stored in I? That is printed here. Okay. So star PTR that refers the variable I, the value stored in I equal to 5, that is printed here. But without asterisk you can have the printf statement that is called as PTR. So we know that PTR is a pointer variable that stores the address. So what is the address stored in I means some memory addresses. Say for example E4F5E is the address that is printed here. Okay. So we must know the differences between star PTR and PTR. Star PTR is the pointer is a variable which refers the normal variable I. So what is the value stored in I will be replicated here. But PTR is a pointer variable that stores only the address of that variable. Okay. So this is the exact differences between star PTR and PTR. Right. Hope I understood. Then what is the benefit of using pointer? Why we are going for pointer? Why ma'am we are introducing pointer? We are comfortable with normal C variable. No, why we are going for this one means there are some benefits we are getting by the usage of pointers. So what are the benefits means? First one is pointers are more efficient in handling arrays and structures. Okay, handling arrays and structure. Why we especially mentioned arrays and structures means arrays, we know that array is a data type which groups all data together, which consists of list of elements. Similarly, structure is one of the data type that stores different data types togetherly and which are logically related. So those are grouped in one unit. So if you want to process these two types of data types, the pointers are very efficient because with using one pointer variable, I can refer the entire array. Okay. No need to go for the separate memory location. I can easily access the arrays list of how many elements. We don't know bother about the number of elements. Just I can get easily access the arrays because there are n number of elements are stored. So I can get the access easily using one pointer variable. And one more thing, pointer allows dynamic memory allocations. Because dynamic memory allocation is a very important point. No, so dynamic means at the time of execution based on some decision, I can allocate some memories to that particular variable. So that is also possible with the help of pointers. And then pointers can reduce the length and complexity of the program. So that I told you. That means handling arrays and structures, the pointers are very effective. So we simplified the length codings. It simplified the coding size and complexity also. Then pointers can return multiple values from function via function argument. That is what we have already told. That means if in the function, if the input argument is one of the input argument is structure, means using this pointer concept I can easily get all the members in the structure. I can easily get the access of all the members in the structure. That is also possible. That means that it returns multiple values. Right. Then what is the last benefit? Pointers reduce the execution time by increasing the speed of execution. Yes, because it simplifies the complexity of the program and it simplifies the length of the program. Obviously, it reduces the execution time. When this execution time will get reduced means when we go for higher speed of execution, we will get execution time is very less. So that means that pointers reduce the execution time by increasing the speed of execution. So these are the benefits we are getting by the usage of pointers, right? Now we are going to write one program. Before going for the programs, we need to know what are the valid statements, valid pointer expressions, and what are the invalid pointer expressions. So in the left side I have listed valid expressions, and the right side I have listed invalid statements. So what are the valid statement means? X equal to star P1 plus P2. This is the addition of two pointer variables. So we know some value will be stored in star PTS. Say for example, star P1 is equal to 1. Star P2 equal to 6 means 1 plus 6 is added, that is stored in the variable X. Similarly, this in the second expression, star M1 star M2, that is multiplication, that shows the multiplication, that is also possible, and star P2 is equal to P1 plus 10, and incrementation and decrementation of P1 and P2 pointer variable is also available. Okay, these are the valid expression. What are the invalid expression? P1 divided by P2, because P1 is a pointer variable that stores the address of the value. Okay, how we can divide the one address with another address? That is not possible, no. So that is what it is called as invalid expression. And P1 plus P2. Addition of two memory addresses is also not allowed. And P1 divided by 3. That is also, that mathematical operation is not also allowed in C programming. That is what it is included as invalid expressions, right? In the left side, these are all the possible operations, valid expression, and right side, these are all the invalid expression, not possible operation. I hope you understand this video, this concept. I will catch you in the next video about how to write a C programming using pointers.